What's up, everybody? It's still Mega Legend, and the Civil War news is just not stopping today, and I love it. Now, you see the title, so I know what you're sitting there like, wait, I thought they said he was gonna be in Ragnarok. Well, let's talk about what I have here. Now, Anthony Mackie was getting interviewed by somebody. I just rushed and read this, so let me just read to you what Anthony Mackie said, and we'll go from there. He's being interviewed. Oh yeah, I really like this movie because of this and that and that. But here's where it gets relevant to the topic at hand. I feel like the story is very concise and interesting. And you get to see Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson and Mark Ruffalo and everybody just do really, really good acting. And then there's action in it. I think this might be the first superhero movie that might be up for Best Picture. That's a pretty good claim. That gives me a little confidence, even though obviously he's gonna say the movie's good because he's involved with it. That's another topic. Let's go back to that Mark Ruffalo guy. Now, Mark Ruffalo was said to be originally involved in Civil War. He's too powerful. We have a better spot for him in Thor Ragnarok. He's confirmed for Thor Ragnarok. Do not move him. Yes, I want to see that. Hopefully Beta Ray Bill, but he still was seen in, I think it was Germany, along with Chris Evans, along with Robert Downey Jr., the cast. And I think they were actually filming. Now, once he was, quote unquote, said to be axed from the film because they wanted to put him in this and that, everybody assumed, okay, maybe he was just hanging out, maybe he was just partying. But then Anthony Mackie says that, you see Mark Ruffalo well, not just Mark Ruffalo, but him amongst Scarlett, Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr. do really good acting, and then there's action in it. Now, is this a slip of the tongue? Is that just, a name he threw out because, he did see him. They were together while filming. Or was that, a slip up, like just letting the name out? What was that? Now, another thing to take from this, let's say hypothetically he's in the film. This does not really guarantee that Hulk is in the film. It could just be Bruce Banner. It could be a flashback, or this could be him showing up in Civil War. Could be the link to how he ends up wherever he ends up in Thor Ragnarok. I just thought of that off the top of my head. That is pretty cool. Maybe that explains how he ends up in Asgardian space or wherever he is. It might not be explained in Thor Ragnarok that much. It might be like a 1-2 thing, like part 1 of how he ends up there, Civil War, part 2 of how he ends up in Thor Ragnarok. That's pretty interesting. Now, let's talk about if this means the Hulk, not just Bruce Banner. If the Hulk shows up, what is his purpose? Who does he fight? Does he get a little whiff of that Iron Man suit and say, hey, remember Ultron? Ready for round 2? I was holding back. Is that gonna happen? Is he gonna fight the Vision? That would be interesting. But me personally, I say if Bruce Banner goes Hulk and he's ready to smash, pun intended, I want to see General Ross go Red Hulk. That's why I assumed he was in the movie from day one, but everything leading up to now is pointing towards, that's not the route we're taking. Slightly disappointed. Not one of my favorite characters, but I like to see Marvel characters, niche characters, lesser known characters show up on the big screen, just because it's cool to me. I'm a comic guy. I love comics. I love Marvel properties. I love DC properties. This is a Marvel video. Don't assault me. But I thought it would be cool, just like it would be cool to see. Spoiler alert, probably. Giant Man. I'm not a Giant Man fan. I'm not an Ant-Man fan. I love the movie though. I'm not an Ant-Man fan from the comics is exactly what I mean. But the movie was amazing, so seeing Giant Man on screen is something I really want to see, along with Red Hulk. Now, if he goes toe-to-toe with Red Hulk, oh, hey, I am all for it. Put him in this movie. But if it's just, we don't know. What do you guys think? I'm lost. I have no clue how to take this. Is this a slip up? Because Anthony Mackie does slip up from time to time. Because, everybody's now saying this movie is not Avengers 3.5. It's Captain America Solo movie with these characters in it. You're gonna get Cap. It's gonna be Cap, fucking Cap. Like, but let's remember the first person who even said Avengers 3.5. I think it was 3.5, not 2.5, because Anthony Mackie was hype as shit for this movie once he started reading what they were gonna do. He was the one that started it. He was the one that said, yeah, you know, Age of Ultron is gonna be really good. I seen what they were doing there. I was on the set, but I know what we're doing with Civil War. So this isn't even Avengers 2.5. This is more like Avengers 3.5, and everybody took it as, oh, it's just an Avengers movie. But really what he meant was the awesomeness level would be comparable to Avengers 3.5. That's how amazing Civil War was. That was like around this time last year. So there you have it. There's the little sneak. What do you guys think? Do I think Hulk's in the film? I have no clue. If you would have asked me this a while ago, like before it was just flat out, just burned and buried, I was like, yeah, Hulk is showing up, and so is Red Hulk, without a doubt. Now I have some doubt. Even with this slip up, I'm not 100% sure what I want Hulk to show up. Hulk, not Bruce Banner, well, Bruce Banner included, but Hulk specifically. I only want Hulk to show up if one of two things happen. It sets up or shows a little details on how he ends up in Thor Ragnarok. Like, is that where he gets sent off to space, or does Thor come down like, you guys should stop fighting, hey Hulk, I need your help, come on, help, and then, you know, Tri-Beam or whatever it's called, Bifrost, taking off into space. Or if he fights Red Hulk. If he's not gonna do either of that, I don't see a reason for him to be in the film, you know, unless he's gonna help shut Vision down. I don't know. If it's not one of those two, there's no need for him to be in the film. But let me know what you guys think. You know, do you think there's a need for him to show up in Civil War? Do you want him to show up? Will he show up? What's your opinion? Let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe, so that way you can be an Omega level legend too. And of course, you know, so you don't miss out on anything, because I'm gonna upload everything that has to do with Captain America Civil War. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll catch y'all later.